Mr. Quinton, how's it going, man?
What's going on? Always good to hop on.
Appreciate you coming on today, man. How's your day going so far?
Always a good day when you can be a digital closer.
Well, we can jump right into that right now. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I know you've been doing a lot of great things inside of the school, and I just want to break that down for everybody to see. But before we talk about the successes, let's start talking about where you were at. So, before you joined Digital Closers, what were you doing for work before? And kind of share with us what was that like?
Yeah, man. It's funny because I've done a lot of stuff. I kind of have a philosophy to do as much as you can in life in general. But I have my own marketing agency. I bought and sold businesses, restaurants, like things like this. None of that matters though. Here's the reality. I got stuck on my growth in every single one of those without the necessary skills in sales in order to grow those. So I've done a lot of things, but I kept hitting this wall. I kept hitting this wall. I've lived in multiple countries, right? Different things. But it was like, what is this wall? And then when I came across digital closers, it was like, that's the wall. Is because I can have whatever offer, I could sell whatever I want, but if I can't actually close the deal, if I can't sell it,
Got it. Well,
how am I going to grow it?
What motivates you to even work with us?
Yeah, man. Honestly, coming across your stuff, reaching out to you, meeting you, and then really hearing and seeing what you were putting together. Because there's so many sales courses out there, so many you know what I mean, Instagram reels of this guy and this tip and that word, and you're like, no. But when I really saw what you and Derek were putting together, right, and the mind, body, and skill set combination that you guys go after, I was sold immediately. Like I was like, I'm in, seriously. And I think our call when you brought me on was like 5 minutes. Like, how much do you know about this? Nothing. Well, this is what it looks like. This is what you're doing, and I'm like, I'm in, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, it was a good time because you were one of the first students, and I was like just building it in the beginning. I was kind of like building a little bit slower, on a slower end. But in the moment, like you got in, I'm like, all right, now there's the extra demand. I got to make sure we can dive even further and expedite the process. But once you actually got in and started working with us one on one, all the group coachings and stuff like that, what was it like working with our team?
Oh my gosh, man. Well, this is exactly the key words you just said there is working one on one, right? Is like actually having time, or even in the group with the group coaching calls, it's so much more than just a group coaching call where it's like, okay, I can hide. You're not gonna let anybody hide. You didn't let me hide. It's like, hey, Quinton, you're doing a role play today. And you're like, hey man, I thought I got special. I'm the first one here. What? You gotta call me out. It's like, no. Like, we're here to improve. We're here to learn, right? So working with the team, it's like this is like there's a clear path to success here with what you guys have put together, right? In the learning, in the mindset of that, after finding success, the mindset of keeping it, right? Sharpening your skills, all of those things really played in. And I really didn't expect that. Like originally, right, when you sold me, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to be practicing sales. I'll hop on every once in a while. I'll do some role play. Totally different. Where it's like, no. We got a plan, a proven path to success here with timelines and deadlines. You meet those, you can't lose.
Yeah, man. And of course, you put in a lot of the work. How easy was it getting your first job, your first contract as a high ticket closer with us?
Oh my gosh, man. I think it was like 4 weeks in, like after completing the trainings, meeting with you guys, getting ready, right, that I got a phone call from you. And it was like, hey man, I think you're 85, 90% there, but I need you to get to that 100. How can we get you there? And then hopping on the call with that, it was like, you guys don't just teach the sales of it, you also teach the interview part of it, right? The actual job application part of it, the resume part of it, where to go find those offers, right? With or without the team, because you want to be active. So it's like, oh my gosh, how easy was it on a scale of 1 to 10? 2 or 3?
Super easy. Super easy.
Yeah.
With that being said, yeah, it was a layup. I mean, most of the students here, we just get them the job, get them on interviews, prepare them for the interviews, and then get them on a job. I know a lot of programs out there, they teach you how to do outbound, but I mean, we teach that too. We teach people how to get their foot in the door, but most of the time we just help them open the door, if that makes sense. But now, the juicy part, I know everybody's wondering, what was your biggest deal that you've closed that now that, you've been a closer for a while, what was the biggest deal you ever closed and how much did you make on it?
Oh gosh, single deal. The biggest deal I ever closed was a $150,000 deal, $150,000 contract. Second biggest is 125,000. So two six-figure deals as of now, and then multiple 75,000, 80,000, 90,000 type style. But the six figures is what you aim for the comma there, right? So 150,000 split pay in two. So and that's just based on the offer. The way they operate is like they need the deliverables for the second anyway. He was willing to pay in full, right? Just not the way they run this one. However,
what was your percentage?
You're talking on that deal alone.
Yeah.
Right?
What was your percentage on those deals?
15.
15% commission?
Correct. Now I had to earn that. To be clear, I had to get there. However, 15% deals, that I'm now closing.
Gotcha. Well, tell us about how much you made in the last 3 months in total, just so everybody hears. Aside from the deal size, like how much commission did you make in the last 3 months, and on average, like how much were they each month, so they can kind of get a more specific perspective.
Yeah. The last 3 months of commissions made about 90,000. Every month, the lowest month in the last 3 months that I've had is $35,000 or $34,000. Right. So actually, no, excuse me. It's about $98,000 as I'm doing the math in my head here. So I had a 32,000, a 34,000 month, and then the last month was fun because I pulled in $43,556, just commissions. Okay, so whatever that math is that I just walked through there, that's the last 3 months. Now, and just here's the best part. Quinton, because I don't want to cut you off. I had a deal that closed 2 days after the end of the month with an $11,000 commission on it. So that would have been $55,000 about in one single month. He closed 24 hours after the deadline. So if that says anything.
Let's go. And just so everybody know, what I was saying is that, like, this is all net profit, by the way, guys. This is not like he has to give a piece of it or anything. For those who are new to high ticket sales, that's his take home. These are the checks that are landing in his account every month. Just wanted to let everybody know that. But ultimately, of course, money's great. But like, how has all that changed your life, bro?
Oh my gosh. The entire idea of digital closers, the freedom of things. So my life is a little bit unique for others. I won't waste too much time on it, but my wife is abroad, right? I'm married. I have kids too. So I live real life, right? And, the ability to continue to work while if I need to go to Japan, where my wife is from, having remote freedom to be able to do that, right, is tremendous. Or if I'm taking a trip, right, same thing, having the ability, to be able to block off calendar days. Took my wife to a really nice concert last night, for example, blocked half the day off. I'm hitting my numbers. We crush it. Obviously, you hear some of this. No harm, no foul. Nobody asks questions about anything. I have the freedom of my own schedule. Well, I'm not going to wonder. I'm like, all right, we're going, right? To be able to do the same thing for my boys, take some time, be with them, is tremendous. Dream come true, for lack of better words.
Lots of freedom, man. That's exactly why I even got into this space as well. Now let's talk about like experience real quick, because like, let's just say somebody's watching this and they're like completely green. They don't have the same professional background as you back in the day, being able to do multiple things at once. What if somebody's watching this and they're like, and they have zero experience in any of this, and they're questioning whether they can even, do it or not, what would you say to that person?
Yeah. So first things first is I had zero experience when it comes to the high ticket space myself. Number one. Number two, even with the experience that I had, I couldn't grow those businesses without this experience specifically. And number three, like I said, you guys have a proven roadmap with timelines and deadlines associated with or without experience in order to be able to do it. It's purely a matter of, do you want to execute? Do you want to practice? Do you want to learn? Are you ready to work on your mind? But you guys have the roadmap to do it. Like done for you. It's just like, just do it. Right? So whether you have experience or not, you'll know exactly what to do and when to do it. Does that make sense?
Of course. What would you say to somebody who's considering on joining Digital Closers but still on the fence?
Why are you even on the fence? Why are you even on the fence? If you're trying to get, funds together, if you're trying to figure out schedules, that makes sense to me. But if you're just sitting on the fence because you're like thinking in your mind, like, why? There's a proven track record here, right? There's a family here that wants to see you succeed, right? There's a freedom of mobility, freedom of location, right? Not to mention when you get the skill sets and you apply things, the freedom of finances too. It's like, this is those three I was talking about, that not just like go learn how to do sales, but like there's an element of this of like when you get the success, how do you keep it? We already know how to get you to the success, right? We have the roadmap, right? Like, but we need to work on your mind too. And this starts watching this video. It starts with being off the fence, getting off the fence and taking action to it. I got to work on my mind. Well, that's how you start, is when is now a good time to change?
Today, right now, right now. So, dude, I don't want to hold you back any longer. Super appreciate you coming out here, spitting bars. So happy, like, dude, I remember it as if your first day in high tech sales was like yesterday. And to be honest, it was like just a little over a year, bro. So actually it wasn't that long ago. And for everybody,
Right.
just so everybody knows, he only got into high ticket sales. I think it was like, I don't know, like officially started on your first offer like May. Was it May last year?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
April last year. So just so you guys know, a lot of people underestimate what they can do in a year and overestimate what they can do in 10 years. But in this case, everything was astronomical, and everybody, I mean, it's possible for everybody as long as you put in the work, because the first thing is just taking the first step. That's all it is. So super appreciate you sharing your story, bro. Super appreciative. Is there anything else you want to share with anybody else here before we get off?
Just get off the fence, man. If it's a matter of making it like, how do we make this happen? How do I join? Like, that's the easy part, right? But if this is like a mental block or a fear, like, get off the fence. Like, get off. We've got the roadmap. Like, Quan has the roadmap. Derek has the roadmap. All you got to do is like check in, right? Show up and do it. But we already have that. And it's the path of proven success here. It speaks for itself.
Yeah. So just book a call. That's what Quinton is saying.
Yeah,
So just
like,
book a
like
call.
literally, book a call. And if you already have, and now you're watching this again, you're back here because you know you want to do this, and you just need to get over the mental block. And by the way, when you learn sales, you'll understand the little bit more meaning behind this. Meaning, I can bring a prospect to the 99%. No one can ever take them to the 100. They have to make that commitment. So if you're watching this, if you're on the fence, get off the fence. Seriously, just get off the fence to get to the 100.